Okay, so hello and welcome to this session. So this time we are going to discuss two methods of depreciation. We have the sum of the years digit method, or what we call the SYD, and the service output method. So we have the following learning objectives. First, relate with the different methods of computing depreciation. And then our focus is the sum of the years digit method and the service output method. So we solve depreciation using the sum of the years digit method and the service output method. And then of course, we compare results from other methods of depreciation. And these were already discussed to you on the previous sessions. So let us start with the SYD method itself. We have the variable dn here. Dn here is the depreciation charge during the year, and it is also the depreciation factor, or the total depreciation. So it is computed by the quotient of the reverse digit to the sum of the digits. So this will be multiplied to the original cost minus the salvage value. And we note that the sum of digits is equal to n plus 1 times n divided by 2. So basically, the book value at every year is equal to the original cost less the computed depreciation charge during the year. So we can see here in the matrix the particular sample of SYD. So the first column, we have the number of years is dependent on the useful life of our property or equipment. So that is arranged from least to highest. And then for the second column, it will be reversed. Okay, so the arrangement will be in reversed order. And then from that, we will carry out the years in reverse order divided by the sum of the years as our depreciation factor. And then from this, at the fourth column, or the last column, we have the depreciation charge during the year is equal to the depreciation factor times the difference between the original cost and the salvage value. So as simple as that. If you notice, bakit naman mas pinakamaliit yung depreciation sa last year? Well, that is the computation, but it does not mean na yung book value niya dyan is maliit din. So remember that the book value of the first year is carried over to the second year. So kapag sinabi natin carried over, yung book value na sa 2, or the original cost, will become lesser. So sa first year, magkakaroon siya ng depreciation, right? And then pagdating ng second year, yun yung magiging original cost. Okay? I mean, yun na yung magiging original cost. But in this formula, take note, itong formula nito, CO minus CL, original cost is constant. Original cost will be constant. Ang magbabago lang dito is the book value. So in calculation of the book value, the original cost on each year varies, except for the computation of depreciation during the year. So we will see it by and by. Okay? So let us have now an example. A structure costs 12,000 pesos new. It is estimated to have a life of 5 years with a salvage value at the end life of 1,000 pesos. So determine the book value at the end of each year of life. So of course, by sum of the years digit method, original cost will be identified as 12,000 pesos. That is the original price of the new item. And then the estimated life is 5 years with a salvage value of 1,000 pesos. So we can now determine the difference between the original cost less the salvage value, which will yield to 11,000 pesos. So let us go back to the matrix. So this is the matrix. We have 4 columns. Okay, so we use CO minus CL to compute for the depreciation during that year. So for this particular problem, of course, it coincides dun sa example natin na 5th year yung useful life. So basically, I'll just have to sum of all the digits of the year will be equal to 15, ano? Or you can do it by n times n plus 1 divided by 2. So our n here is 5, no? So 5 times n plus 1, 6. So 5 times 6 divided by 2, or 5 times 6 is equal to 30 divided by 2, that is 15. So in the reverse order, we'll just have to place the highest on the first year going on a decreasing value, okay, descending value up to the last year. So as you can see, the depreciation factor is highest at the first year and lowest at the end of life. But it does not mean, again, it does not mean that the book value is increasing until the useful life. Just the same, decreasing pa rin yung book value niyan. So why is it? Of course, unahin muna natin, computein muna natin yung kanyang depreciation during that year. Of course, CO minus CL is 11,000. So, multiply mo lang yan sa 5 out of 15 for the whole 5 year. Each year, meron siyang depreciation factor. So, kung mapapansin nyo, mataas siya sa first year at mababa siya sa last year. Pero again, it does not mean na mas mataas yung book value niya sa 5th year. Why? Here it is. If I'm going to compute for each of the depreciation charge during the year, pababa nga siya ng pababa. However, ito depreciation during that year, 3,666.67. Ibig sabihin, 11,000 minus this 3,667, no? Magiging 8,333.33. So, ngayon, itong 8,333.33, ima-minus muna naman yung 2,933.33. So, it will become 5,400 pesos. So, yan yung sinasabi ko kanina na nag-descending yung value ng pag-compute ng book value. Yung 11,000 sa first year lang yun, no? Yung 8,333.33 sa second year na, less the corresponding depreciation na 2,933 kanina. So, So itong 5,400 will be carried over to the third year. Ima-minus ko ngayon yung 2,200 na computed depreciation. So 5,400 minus yung third year depreciation na 1,200 will become 3,200. Di ba? Sorry, 2,200 pala. No? 2,200. So 5,400 minus 22, that is 3,200. So, sa fourth year, 3,200, no? Minus, ano ba yung na-compute natin na depreciation? 1,466.67. So, 3,200 minus 1,466.67, we have 1,733. So, itong 1,733 minus may 733.33, we have 1,000. So, I think 1,733.33 dapat yung fourth year book value natin. So, that should be corrected. So, we have 1,000 pesos at the end of the fifth year. So, if you notice, the book value is still in a declining cost or amount, okay, from the first year to up to the end of life. Okay, so let us have another example. We have a consortium of international telecommunication companies contracted for the purchase and installation of a fiber optic cable linking two major cities at a total cost of $960 million. This amount includes freight and installation charges, estimated at 10% of the above contract price. If the cable shall be depreciated over a period of 15 years with zero salvage value, letter E, given the sinking fund deposit factor of 0.0430 at 6% interest, where N is equal to 15, what is the annual depreciation charge? Then letter B, what is the depreciation charge during the 8th year using the SYD method? So in here, our original cost is 960 million without salvage value, so we set that to 0, no? And the depreciation charge per year by sinking fund method is in that formula. Of course, finding F given A at 6% at 15th, so we will yield to an expression of 1.06 raised to 15 minus 1 all over 0.06 as our divider to 960 million. So we will have a depreciation at the end of the year equivalent to $41,244,253.4. Okay, so that is the annual depreciation charge at the 5th year, at the 15th year. Okay, so letter B, by SYD method, what will be the annual? Okay, again, the same given, the original cost 960 million, and then the salvage value is set to be 0. So, of course, in practical na yung isa-isain natin na i-add yung digits like 15 plus 14 plus 13 plus 12 plus 11 plus 10 plus 9, etc. So, we can already use this formula, or n times n plus 1 all over 2. So, we will yield to 120. So that the depreciation of the 8th year will be multiplied to the depreciation factor of 8 all over 120 multiplied by the difference between the original cost to that of the salvage value. So anyway, wala naman tayong salvage value, so it will remain to be 960 million times 8 divided by 120, we have 64 million for the depreciation at the 8th year. Okay, so that's it for the SYD method. So for the other method, we have here the service output method. So in this method, the depreciation charge is assumed to be directly proportional to the estimated quantity of output. So quantity of output, ibig sabihin, ang isang equipment or property have a fixed quantity. So halimbawa, ang printer kaya niya lang mag-print ng 15,000 pages. So meaning, that will be the basis in the calculation of the depreciation. Ibig sabihin, output based siya. Kahit nakatambay ng maraming taon yung equipment mo, kung hindi mo naman masyadong nagagamit, of course, susunod din yung depreciation. So meaning, the unit of depreciation is constant. The unit cost of depreciation is constant. So it implies that when we have more production, mas mataas yung depreciation. So it is on the principle or concept na as you use the equipment, that is the time it will have, or depreciation is calculated out of the usage. Para din sa sasakyan, if you intend to buy a car or a second-hand car, of course, ang una mong papansinin dyan kung maselan ka is the kilometers, okay, or the odometer, kung ilan na yung tinakbo ng sasakyan. Okay? So, kahit isang taon pa yan, kung napakarami ng tinakbo, of course, you also consider that one. Okay? So, that is similar to this. Kaya nga tinawag na service output method. It is based on the output of that equipment. So, therefore, it follows also that low production will have low depreciation expense. So the computation is similar to that of the straight line method, no, per unit output. So magiging T, itong T is the total quantity. Okay? Halimbawa, it might be in terms of units, or it might be in terms of working hours. So, for example, a certain equipment could produce up to 500 units. Paglampas ng 500 units, of course, hindi na siya magiging efficient. Okay, so the computation of the depreciation of the salvage value will be dependent. Halimbawa, na-reach niya yung 500 units. So, at 500, salvage value na yun. Okay? And then, Q here is the actual. Ilan na ba yung na-produce niya? Again, it could be in terms of the working hours or output. So, DN here is just the same, the depreciation at the end year, and then T refers to the total units of output up to the end of life, and then the QN, total number of units of output during the nth year. So for example, we have here a television company purchased machinery for 100,000 pesos on July 1, 1979. So, 100,000 pesos, ito na yung CO or the original cost, ano? It is estimated that it will have a useful life of 10 years. scrap value of 4,000 pesos or 4,000 units. So this should be in, and working hours of 120,000. The company uses the machinery for 14,000 hours in 1979 and 18,000 hours in 1980. The machinery produces 36,000 units in 1979 and 44,000 units in 1980. Okay, so complete the depreciation for 1980 using straight line, working hours, and output method. So we have here slight correction here, no? Let us go back to the first phrase. So we have 100,000 as our CO, or the original cost, and then the scrap value is 4,000 pesos. So missing a while ago is the production of 400,000 units. So meaning the machinery is expected to produce 400,000 units with the working hours of 120,000 hours. Okay. So our focus here is 1980. No? So as a matter of solution, we take note of the original cost, the useful life, and the salvage value. Of course, we have the total production of 400,000 units with an expected working hours of 120,000. So by straight line, we simply use this formula. Okay. So we have 100,000 minus 4,000 divided by 10. So we do not need QN there. Okay. So this is by straight line. And then we have the same given. This time we consider the working hours. So parang straight line din yan. Palitan lang natin ng H, yung N sa baba. So it will become working hours, na total of 120,000. So in 1980, nagamit siya ng 18,000 hours. Okay? So we have 100,000 minus 4,000 divided by 120,000 times 18,000 hours yung nagamit niya sa 1980. So let us go back to that. Okay, so in 1980, 18,000 were consumed. We take note na 44,000 units were produced in 1980. Okay. So by this we have the depreciation using working hours is equal to 14,400 pesos. Okay. So notice, kukunti lang yung na-consume yung hours within 1 year. Okay. However, by output method, so expected na yung total output production ng machinery is 400,000 units. Okay. So 44,000 yung natapos. Okay. So the output in 1980 was 44,000 units. So we simply substitute that in the formula so that we will be having depreciation on 1980 equivalent to 10,560. So if we're going to compare the three, no, mas mababa yung pinakamababa yung straight line method. Okay? So, yearly, meron siyang 9,600. So, while the working hours was dependent on the used working hours or the actual working hours, likewise, sa output method is dependent on the actual output of the machinery. So by this, I think that's all for today, and have more practice for the two methods of depreciation. Thank you.